Well, it goes back to more confidence on Wall Street. You know, until we get the private sector out there reinvesting into the jobs, it's going to be really tough. You know, the stimulus package was great to keep us from going into a Great Depression again. It's been proven by the economists, the top economists, that said if it wasn't for the stimulus package, that unemployment would be as high as 16% to possibly 20%. Now, Brett Guthrie, along with Senator Mitch McConnell, they stood in the way of trying to move our country forward. If you ask me, they did it because of corporate interest, or some people want to blame it on just like how Rush Limbaugh wanted to do everything he could to keep Obama from moving the country forward to retain their power. See, that's wrong. We have to have a congressman that's willing to sit down and listen to the top economists and say, this can help us do this much, instead of listen to our Republican leadership that really, if you think about this, if we had not had that stimulus package, there was $700 million from the stimulus package that was used to help balance our state budget. If we hadn't received that $700 million, look at all the jobs we had lost. How many, we talk about furloughs now, how many services would have had been cut? So it helped us. Our own bypass extension to help us get this new hospital that's creating thousands of jobs here was funded by the Recovery Act and Reinvestment Act. Recovery and Reinvestment Act is actually what it's called. Now, Brad Guthrie voted against that. You know, as I go around the 21 counties, some people say, oh, Congressman Guthrie, you know, he's a nice guy. He brought us a check to help pay for our little community center or something like this. But what they don't realize, he voted against the bill that paid for that check. So there again, the stimulus package helped our economy from going into a depression, but it's not going to save us. We have to get the private sector involved. And to do that, to create jobs, we have to have confidence back in Wall Street. But let me tell you something about the 2nd District that a lot of people don't realize. In the 2nd Congressional District, we already have the infrastructure in place. We have I-65 that runs through the heart of the district. We have plenty of parkways. We got the Ohio River, which is one of the largest barge traffic rivers in the country. Oh, and not to mention the country's lowest electricity rates. So there's no reason we can't bring back manufacturing jobs here to Kentucky.
Do you believe that an additional stimulus package is needed to help revive the economy?
There's been a lot of talk about that. In fact, some of the top economists felt like the first stimulus package wasn't big enough. And I've been reading about different things like what happened in Japan in the mid-'80s and during the 90s. And that's one of the things that they had to do. That what happened during their recession, which has happened during ours, people quit spending money. So it's kind of like the Keynesian theory on economics. The government has to stimulate the economy by either printing more money, as they call it, but also creating jobs. Maybe it's infrastructure. I think the next stimulus package, if they do come out with one, they need to start talking more about infrastructure, whether it's bridges like our bypass and roads, water, sewer systems, things like that, things that actually create jobs. This last stimulus package, it seemed like a lot of money was used to kind of shore up a lot of your state agencies, or like for our matter, our state budget as well. But we'll have to look at it really hard. But the one answer, or the people ask me would I vote for it if I was in Congress, if they could prove to me that it would help create good paying, stable jobs in Kentucky, I would be for it.